Okay, this is Adrian. He's gonna be answering these questions about coffee. Are you a coffee drinker?
No, man.
Okay. Do you have anyone you know that is?
Probably my grandma.
Okay. Does she drink it in the mornings or like the afternoon?
Throughout the day.
Throughout the day? Okay. How many cups would you say she drinks?
Probably like 3.
Okay. Is she like a cream and sugar person or?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Do you feel like, why do you think she drinks coffee?
Honestly, she's a little older. She probably just like the taste of it.
Okay, got it. And why don't you have an interest?
I think it tastes nasty.
Okay, honestly, same. Would you drink it with sugar or no? Not anything at all. Do you have anything else you drink for like caffeine?
No, I don't even drink soda.
Really? Okay, that's so unique. People give you a hard time for that?
No, but it's usually harder. Like, see my brother right here. It's usually harder at our house because they always get back to people with soda. So I got to get my own taste of water.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's a weird child.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have. I have 3 brothers and a sister.
Okay. Okay, cool. Are you the oldest, youngest?
No, I'm in the middle.
Okay, cool. Okay, and do you have any opinions about coffee subscription services?
I feel like people need to get it together. Like this is. But you like what you like, so.
Yeah, like you would never pay for that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it is pretty expensive. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Hi there, I'm Sydney and I'm conducting some research on a local coffee brand and was wondering if you would be willing to participate. It will take about 3 minutes of your time and any questions that you don't feel like answering is just no worries. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, awesome. So tell me a little bit about your experience with coffee and like when did you start drinking it and just your background.
Okay. My dad makes really good coffee, and so probably around the age of 14, 15, he would let me have coffee like on a Saturday morning. Other than that, I never really drank it. I spent 4 months in Costa Rica, and so I got to know Cafe Britt pretty well there and drank coffee nearly every day because their coffee was just so good. And now I would say I don't really drink coffee often, just on occasion, like if my dad makes it or if a friend wants to go grab a cup of coffee, I'll do that.
Okay. That's really good perspective. Okay, so you're actually familiar with our brand and got to see it where it's more popular.
Very, yeah.
What would you say people's perceptions of Cafe Britt are back there?
Everyone in Costa Rica really loves it. I've talked to a couple of my friends who were there, and they all have a really positive opinion of Cafe Britt. All of us remember it being all around the country, and I think we would love to see it reach the U.S. market in a similar way.
Okay, that's really good perspective. What do you think are main differences between like the coffee brands here and Cafe Britt there?
I would say Cafe Britt has a lot of variety of products. I'm sure coffee companies here do as well, but they have like a peppermint bark that I bought, and a lot of other snacks. And in general, I think they have a lot of partnerships with like local hotels and things like that in Costa Rica. And I don't see that same level of alliance in U.S. coffee companies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know the quality is really, really good because I enjoyed Costa Rican coffee a lot. So
cool. Yeah. Okay. So whenever you talk about maybe not being like a coffee drinker all the time, but very willing and like enjoy a cup, what would be something that would cause you to maybe partake more often?
In coffee, I would say accessibility. Like I like the idea of an online subscription service, but would love like a chance for a sample pack. Like trying a couple of different types of coffee first before I commit to like buying 1 or 2 like full bags, I think would be what I'd do.
Okay, so that variety, that's really important or really helpful information because we're considering trying to make more options like that. So I really appreciate your feedback.
Of course, thank you for asking.
Thank you so much. Hi, this is my roommate Taylor. Do you agree to participate in this study?
I do.
Okay, awesome. We're just talking about coffee consumption patterns.
Ooh, I love coffee.
What does your relationship with coffee look like?
I do need a cup in the morning. If I don't have one, it's gonna like set off my whole day. I don't need multiple cups a day, but I do need to have coffee in the mornings or else I'm gonna be sleepy the whole day. It happened yesterday actually.
Okay.
So I am unfortunately dependent on it.
Okay, so definitely in the mornings. Do you drink it throughout the day sometimes as a treat or not so much?
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes it'll be a day where I'm like, okay, it's like middle of the afternoon. I need coffee, but it's not super often. And then if I like, I'm at a coffee shop maybe, but it's not super regular.
Okay. What kind of coffee do you buy?
I buy espresso pods for my Nespresso machine, and I buy cold brew.
Okay. And then, has that always been the case, or did you like settle into that rhythm?
I grew up drinking like Keurig coffee, and I have some of that too. I don't drink it very often because when I got to college, I realized that I like iced coffee a lot better than I like hot coffee.
Okay.
So yeah, the last like couple of years I've been, and I never had cold brew before I got to college, so I had started that, and then same with like, I never really drank many lattes or anything. So
Okay. How willing would you say like you are to pay more for better quality when it comes to coffee?
honestly, I feel like my standard, like I'm not a coffee snob to where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have the most like excellent coffee. But like my Nespresso machine that I've been using the last couple months, like it's a game changer, and I just spent like $40 on new pods today. So I guess that answers your question.
Okay.
But if you think about it, like if you break it down, it's like, 30 pods for $40. It's like a little bit more than $1 every day. So
Okay.
that makes sense.
Are you familiar with coffee subscription services?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, so there's one called Cafe Britt, and there's several.
Horrible.
Oh!
That was horrible.
And they send you a box every month, sometimes like brown, sometimes whole beans, depending on what you want.
That's cool.
And they have different like people that curate it according to like what kind of roast you like and send you new things. What are your initial thoughts on that?
I think that if I was in a stage of my life where I made more money, then that could be good. But I also just am like, since I'm not a coffee snob, like I don't know that would be something I would spend my money on.
Okay, but if the price was right, then you might be interested.
Yeah, for sure. I think if it was like, if this quality was really good, and it was like the same that I'm paying for now for coffee, and I just like, or less, then
Okay.
I could be convinced to switch.
Okay, that's great information. Thank you for your time.